Welcome to our program. Weekly News is coming from Natural TV, Ankara, Turkey. Today we will discover various news from the whole world. I'm not alone, I'm with Islam, my colleague. He's an expert in international relationship. Let's discover it. So Islam, we will start by the first title for today actually. So you know that we have been living the painful events about the victims of Srebrenica in Bosnia. Do you have some details about this march? Do you know that they make honor march? So do you have some details about it?
Thank you, Miss Ashley. This is our very good, prestigious weekly analysis program, and to invite me and make me really great to make some commentary on this issue. As you see, that like thousands marched to honor Srebrenica victims. The Srebrenica is a historical this incident, and this genocide is very much important to know. There's 8,000 people were killed by the Serb army when the Netherlands, Dutch peacekeeping mission was in Bosnia. Just imagine, like 8,000 people were killed, and that's what United Nations even said this is the genocide done by the Serbian army. And these peoples, almost 5,000 people in Bosnia, they marched for a peaceful march to remember the peoples who died in a genocide. So this is just one example, like how they are showing their honors to their people who died by the Serbian army. And as I want to tell you, these people in the time of genocide in 1995, that's what actually happened by the Serbian army. The peoples actually they escaped and lived in a forest and tried to escape them from the Serbian army. But Serbian army went that forest and tried to find out single by single man and woman and kill them. Even the historian and the literature say that almost 6,100 people were killed by Serbian army in that forest. Even if you see that the picture, there's the peoples, who were with the flag and this picture, it shows that the people how they killed them and make a genocide in there. And the march is just only symbolic march to remember and to honor to the victims and by this in this genocide.
Yes, actually it's a painful event, as we know, but at the same time when we focus on the article, it has more than 5,000 people from the whole world. They participate in this march. Actually it's so great as a help for being solidarity actually, so it's a great.
Again, it's this kind of acts actually who are doing this, and it's a one kind of message to the world, like whoever in the world have a plan to make this kind of genocide, they should remember today or tomorrow the world will recognize and acknowledge who did this kind of genocidal activities, who did this kind of ethnic cleansing, whatever it is in Bosnia or in Rohingya, in Myanmar or in any other corner of the world. They will be remembered, and who are doing this and who are the victims.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
So Islam, you know that Turkey have been faced before a coup, actually in 2016. So what are the causes for making a coup, and how the Turkish government reacted? What is the reaction of Turkish government?
Thank you. This before coming here, I was in a conference and to talk on the my how I see the 15th July, military coup attempt and military coup happened in Turkey, and my experiences to share with the Turkish people. Before coming here, I was talking about this issue in a conference in a university in Ankara. Just before these things, it shows the videos. They make one video is by the Turkish, communication department, presidential direction of communication department. department, they made one video and in 7 languages. But before going to discuss about this issue, I just try to say my experiences as you asked me also. In 2016 on 15 July night, I saw the things actually in my own eyes in Kizila, because I was living there, and I saw like how the Turkish people's bare bravery and their acts against this kind of military coup and against the civilians activities. How the Turkish people they are doing their life for the democracy, for their freedom. Because they understand if the military come, it will be really disaster for the civilians, not for the whoever the government. It doesn't matter like who are in the government. There was when I was in conference, there was some arguing even like this way. For example, if it is happened because of Turkish president asked to the people, actually no, because the Turkish people, they went even to the street before their president called to them, because they know that this illegal or this kind of undemocratic activities, it will have an impact on them, not to the any specific government. Yes. That's why they went to the street before calling by their president. But when the president called them, they went, more people went there, and they stay against their how I can say, this military tank, military peoples, even they are giving their heart, their chest to the military bullets for their country. And I think that's what I make one commentary in there, comment on 15 July military coup attempt. I said like this kind of activities what Turkey did, it will be really historical and great example for any country in any corner of the world who have wills for democracy and for freedom, whatever it is in Algeria or Tunisia or Sudan or Egypt or any country. As we see, even most of the countries, they are like Algeria and Tunisia, they are protesting and they are making some protests about democracy, and they want to take this taste of democracy. They know that the democracy means actually freedom, and they're doing this. And for those countries, this kind of like what happened in Turkey and what Turkish people did, it will be really great example. And as we see, the Turkish communication, presidential communication department, they released a video in 7 languages, as we see in the news, like English, French, and German, Russian, Spanish, and Arabic. The totally 7 languages they make it, and of course the Turkish, they make a video and try to tell to the people what happened in that night. And this video length, it's almost 90 minutes, and it covered the whole scenario from beginning to the last. And I am the witness of that moment, because I was in here, I was in Ankara, and I saw that the fact as to what was happening, how the people, they are giving their life for their country, for their country's democracy. So those kind of activities is of course good for to give to provide the real information to the international level, to the peoples who are working or doing activities for democracy, and also itself for the Turkish people. So those kind of activities, I should say this, and really congratulated to them, like to make this kind of activities to know to the whole worldwide, to the know the people, even actually our commentary, who are watching our commentary from Africa, it will be also benefit for them, like what was happened in that night. And because they will find, of course, one language in there, whatever it's in English or French, they will find it, because this video, it will cover almost 7 languages. And I hope so this kind of things will be very helpful for the international peoples, international level.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So actually, by this, when you look at this article, so we talk about opportunities, we talk about offers, and Turkey. Actually, what kind of opportunities it bring it to Turkey, for one, and for two, what are the benefits from them?
The Turkish, or the finance minister, the Barak, he just Mr. Barak, he's just tried to tell to the Turkish people like the next 4 years will be great opportunities, and offers the good opportunities for Turkey. The things actually what Turkey is now facing the economic crisis in some extent, but the Turkish finance minister, he said like, okay, the last May we have the dollar's value against $1 against the Turkish lira. It's about the 6. Now it's going to be double of. It's almost now. The last week it was 5.80, and even the last Friday it was like 5.60. So he just tried to say like, Turkish economy. We are in some ahead country. Years, like the next 4 years, it will be really great opportunity for us. We can increase our money and the value of the Turkish lira. So that's what actually he just tried. The next 4 years will be really good thing for Turkish economy and Turkish economic system, and it will be great opportunity for it to make a business and trade for Turkey in future.
So, Ersan, by this article, actually, it's not new for Turkish to send some help, to talk about the aid, and we talk about charity, solidarity for the country which they suffering from economic problems. So it's new. It's not new, this one, for Turkish government. Do you have some details about this article?
Thank you, Aisha. As already you mentioned about this, it is not new actually for Turkey and Turkish people or Turkish government to help to the other countries in a disaster time, in a bad time, in a needed time. Because the Turkey, they are a hand. They spread out their, the humanitarian hand to all over the world. You will find a Turkish charity organization in Africa. You will find a Turkish humanitarian activities in Asian countries like Bangladesh, Myanmar, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal. You will find actually the Turkish civil society and the humanitarian organization are working there. And then also you will find that every corner of African countries the Turkish organization are working. And this is the one of the just example that's added the example, the Turkish charity, how they are doing activities in Indonesian disaster time, because there was some earthquake happened in Indonesia, and Turkish, there's the Turkish Red Crescent, the Turkish, they went there and helping to the people in their needed time. So those kind of things actually shows that how much Turkish people are here, are working and making doing great things for the people of the world, or whoever or whatever he is or she is here come from, or whatever he is or she is in the situation. Turkish charity will go there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, Islam, actually, by this picture, you know that Marif Foundation, they have schools in Afghanistan. So, like that, we will talk about the international relationship between Turkey and Afghanistan. And my second question for you: do you think that this educational factor can improve the relationship between these countries?
As I talked, the last week about this issue, like the Turkish and Maribak, they are taking some, schools in Afghanistan, and it is just one more example. Now, this the one of the school in Afghanistan were managed by Malik Foundation from Turkey, and the Turkey as himself. So they are graduated from that school, and the large number, as you see the picture, is number of students are graduated from there. So as you asked me, like between this Turkey and Afghanistan relation, yeah, it shows actually the fact, the reality. Like when students graduated from a specific school of a Marif Foundation and managed school, it means the students, they knows very well about Turkey, and those people, they will of course work for the good relations and for the very effective relation in future between the Turkey and Afghanistan, whatever it is from cultural or economic or trade, business, in from every sector. Even those people who are graduated from the Marek Foundation School in Afghanistan, they all will be always, I mean, they're grateful to the Turkey and the Turkish institution. So this kind of thing, if activities, is really good things for any countries, for their policy level, for effectiveness of their policy, and in a long level, like we will see the effectivity of this kind of activities maybe 10 years later or 20 years later, when the Turkey will see in Afghanistan the minister of any minister who are graduated from Turkish school or Turkish universities. I just want to mention, one of the minister of Afghanistan, he was graduated from Turkey, and he came to the Turkish international students, that's what this graduation program. So it shows, like, that they came to Turkey and it started from here and now back to their country, and they went there was minister of that country. So it of course it is increasing the relationship between two countries by this the way.
Yes, thank you so much. So Islam, as we know that Libya have been facing and living a painful event, especially they facing a lot of political problem now. So do you think that Libya able to make its decision, or it has a foreign country they try to do it now?
Very interesting question, like that. When we are seeing the Libya, they have a legitimate government,
yes.
But on the other hand, we see that one of the cruel and the cruelest
yes.
Military leader led by Haftar, General Haftar,
yes.
He tried to capture the power, and he was, in the capital of Libya. He just tried to kill so many people, in general people, government people. I mean, he just tried to capture the power. That's what his target. And as we know, that he was supported by some international governments like UAE, I mean the United Arab Emirates, and also Saudi Arabia. Some countries, they are trying to help him and make investment for him. So as we even see that there was the situation in Libya is still very contradictory and very odd situation, as the picture also shows. The bombing was happened there, and 2 or 3 people
yes.
or 5 people died
showing
by
a lot
bombing.
of fragility of
There was so much crisis, and still the ongoing crisis didn't
yes.
stop. But on the meantime, the General Haftar, he's trying to capture the power. So the overall situation, it shows that the thing will not be stopped in a short time. But the fact is, of course, we hope like the illegitimate government that illegitimate move led by the General Haftar, it should to be stopped. And the United Nations and the other countries, they should, and also other powerful countries, they should take some initiatives against this kind of incident. That's what led by the kind of general.
So as we know, Islam, that in Saudi Arabia actually we facing this case about Khashoggi. Do you have some details about the speech of Secretary? Yes. So yes, do you have any? Great. Do you have new details about it in this case?
Thank you so much. Actually, the Foreign Secretary, he just gave us some statement to Anadolu Agency about this issue, the Khashoggi murder. And as he also said, like, even also recently we saw the report published by United Nations about the Khashoggi case, and the United Nations said like it was actually the murder, it was said and ordered by the and top level people from the Saudi Arabia, and so as according to them, it was actually the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, that's what we know, the Mohammed bin Salman, and as we saw this, the Khashoggi, the journalist, he went to the Istanbul consulate and was murdered by some people. As we know, that still now there is 8 people are behind this, and the Foreign Secretary of England, he said like, okay, that whatever the order come from, if it is from Saudi Arabia or the Saudi Arabian citizen, it should to be investigated, and they should get their punish and what they did. what they did with Khashoggi, they should to be punished if whatever it is from the top level of Saudi Arabian government. And they say it like according to the England, I mean United Kingdom values, it's totally against the values of United Kingdom, and they informed to the Saudi Arabia about their about their things, about their thoughts about this issue, and they are telling this they're concerned about this issue, and the Saudi Arabia should minimize it. Even also Saudi Arabia said they are trying to make it resolve, and they are giving some justice and punishment to the people who did it. So but we know this the what who did it and from where the order came. So though the issue is a little bit confusing and little bit hard to establish the justice towards the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia and other people who did it, but the reality is today or tomorrow it will happen and the justice will win.
Let's continue with you, Islam. As we're seeing by this video, it's like a forum between Turkey and Russia. Do you have some details about it?
Thank you, Aisha. As you see, like there is an actual public forum that's from Turkish counterpart. They established one Turkey-Russian public forum in St. Petersburg, and that's actually main news. That's what even also if you saw the video, you see the videos, like it shows the Turkish part and the Russian part. They sit together and make some good things. I mean, to develop the relation, people-to-people contacts and the cultural relations. Even in the public forum, whatever it happened in any corner of the world, the main objectives of any kind of public forum to establish people-to-people relations. And as we see, even last time, if you remember, like couple of weeks ago, we make some commentary like the Turkish Russian tourists, they are coming so much in Istanbul. I mean the number of Russian tourists, it's really high than the other countries tourists who are coming in Turkey. So those kind of public forum, they have so many objectives, but one of the most important objectives to make a touristic level relations, even also cultural cooperation. Even if you go to the inside the news, it will say how those kind of forum, it will increase the trade and business relations between the Russia and Turkey, especially the St. Petersburg, the city, because it's one of the richest city of Russia. So the overall package, we can say, or we can argue like this way, those kind of public forum or this kind of public forum, what Turkish people established in Russia, it will really increase the people-to-people contact, the cultural relation between Turkey and Russia, and on the other hand, it will also make a more strategic relation between Turkey and Russia.
Islam, actually by this video that we have been living in Moscow, the bomb, so we don't know the causes of this bomb. Is it about acting terrorism, or do you have some details about this article?
You see that the police are already engulfing the areas like where the news has come that the bombing will be attacked in a mosque in a mosque, and it's happened also in Russia, the capital of the Russia, Moscow. So the whole scenario, the far rightist group, it's increasing, and they are doing this because they sent an email to the authority of the mosque to tell them like, okay, we are going to make a bombing on a mosque. This, as we say, like, the far rightist group, they are increasing in Europe, and Russia is not also exceptional. And those far rightist group, they make some scenario, and they make some like specific enemy like Muslims for their attacks, and who are living in Europe, or even also now we are seeing in Russia, they make this kind of Muslim culture like a Moscow, like the Muslims traditional like a religious value system, or like a Muslim women who are wearing hijab, or the overhead scrap, I mean like the overall situation, they make it target them as enemy for their culture. But the fact is, it's nothing with the European or like a Russian culture. But the what far rightist group think, this kind of culture is threatening our culture, and this is the one of the example, I mean like how they try to minimize the other culture and try to demolish the other culture. That's what we are saying in academically, xenophobia. And Islamophobia or those kind of attack. And this far rightist group, as I want to say about this news, that they sent an email to the authorities, okay, we are going to bomb this mosque, and after this the mosque authority, like even this is actually Diyanet mosque controlled by and managed by the Turkish the authority Diyanet Foundation, and as you see, like then police came, and although they didn't find anything, but they already make a totally empty the mosque. I mean, the mosque authority, they also go into the outside of the mosque because of this situation, the bombing attack, and everyone's fear about this. Whatever or whoever sent the email, the fact is like there is something happened, and it's really insecure now for the Muslims who are practicing their or worshipping and practicing their religious affairs and prayers in the mosque. Now it's totally threatened by the far rightist group in Russia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Like that, we get the end of our program today. Thank you for following us, and thank you especially for your attention, leaving the information always on Natural TV, Ankara, Turkey. Salam.